The day in the life of a mobile programmer. Pretty lucrative, especially if no one in your area knows how to do it. But with that being said, it's kind of challenging to get your foot in the door, okay? Especially if you're trying to learn to do this all by yourself. So in this case study, I've documented my client's programming session so you can see the obstacles that may occur while programming. And we're going to be using the MK908P, and we're working on a 2007 Chevy Avalanche. For those you don't know, welcome to my channel. My name is Curtis Harden. I'm an Autel Diagnostic consultant, and I sell this amazing tool and provide the services and training that you're going to see in this presentation. By the time you watch this presentation, you're going to learn the following. You're going to learn the right equipment needed before you start programming. Second, software issues that may occur while programming with GM. Third, how to know what to do after you program the BCM. And then lastly, performing the relearning procedure to resolve the B1001-45 error code. All right, so case study. We got the MK908P as the product, along with the J2534. My client is a mobile tech, just started doing this and he's doing pretty good. And his customer had multiple faults in the BCM, and the TSB recommended a software update to fix it. So my client gave me a call, told me the situation, and he just wanted me to walk him through it so he'll have more peace of mind landing this client. All right, so I always teach my clients to get the right equipment. All right, you need the right foundation. So first thing he acquired was a really good battery maintainer, not a charger. All right, this keeps it the battery on the car to have stable voltage, that it's not going to fluctuate. Second thing is a Windows 10 laptop. All right, if you use Windows 7, that's going to be phasing out pretty soon, and it's really slow. And there's been times where I noticed the USB ports don't give the J-Box enough power, and there's a lot of communication issues. So get a good Windows 10 laptop. And third, we need an AC Delco subscription. Now, the client told me, I said, hey, charge this guy $300 for this procedure. And he was like, well, Kurt, the client had an obligation and said he can get it for $90 at the dealer. So I said, look, with GM, you can program that one VIN number for 24 months. So tell him if he has any other issues in the future, give him like a really steep discount, like maybe $100 to program it. So with him being mobile, the convenience of it, and the fact that he can build a relationship with this guy, he was able to land that contract. So that's just something you can use in your power as well. All right, and then lastly, we're going to be using the MK908P and the J2534. Now, speaking of which, all right, I'm aware that people get inspired by the videos, and then they buy the MK908P, and then they call me when they realize they can't get any support. So I just got to reiterate this, guys. All right, there's two tools here: the MS908SP and the MK908P. They're identical in terms of the special function. The difference is the MK908P is intended for the international market. All right, that means if you get it in the US and you call Autel New York, they're not going to help you because they don't import this tool. Now, the reason why I like it better than the MS908SP is because of this replacement battery. All right, if the battery goes faulty, I can just ship the client another one and they're done. The MS908SP, you can't do that. You have to ship the whole thing in, and you have to have your tool under warranty. It's like your costs go up. So my recommendation to you is, if you're in the US and you don't buy this MK908P from me or any consultant, stick with this one, the MS908SP, if you're in the US. Okay, cool. Now on with the presentation. So where were we? Okay, so first error, the SPO, GM SPO. This prevents the software from loading. So after I deleted it, we got that going, and this is the menu. All right, so he's identifying the vehicle. I'm just going to speed it up because it's kind of mundane. We're going to pick the J2534, the Maxi Flash Pro. There's the VIN number, and then you can see all the modules. So we're going to be selecting the BCM module. So he's going to click next. All right, and then you can see there's 2 calibration files here. All right, we selected the second one because this one says per customer request, and the customer didn't request anything in terms of like what this calibration file is offering. So we select the second option, and then from there we click next and we let it do its thing. And I can see my client, he was happy. He was like, man, $300 for doing this amount of work. And I was like, yeah. And then all of a sudden we get an error, this unknown error during service programming event, please contact GM. So I said, hey man, is your door open? And he was like, yeah. I was like, well, close it. Okay. And then the thing went away, and then it was able to do the procedure. So I've seen some people, they told me stories where they're trying to program and their door is open and they can't figure it out. They're calling tech support, and you can waste a lot of time because there's no instruction for these little detailed issues. All right, so once we finished programming, I could hear my client packing things up. So I asked him a question. I said, hey, you think we're done? And he was like, yeah, I think we're done. I said, it doesn't matter what you think. What matters is what the manufacturer says. All right, I have to lay the smack down on him. So I said, let me, show you what I know and expose you to getting the right information. So when I purchased a OEM subscription, you can see this matrix here. It has the control module, the schematic, the repair instructions, and what to do afterwards. So you can see here the blower control module. This doesn't require programming or setup. Okay, the body control module does. There's no way you're gonna know this stuff if you are starting to just get into this industry, into programming. And if we look further, okay, when we click the programming setup, you can see here the vehicle will not start and many other functions may not operate properly if a replacement BCM is not properly set up. The following procedures must be followed: programming the BCM and then learning the restraints ID. Okay, and then if we look further, here's the coding or relearning follow-up. Okay, we're going to go to the control system module setup, body control modules, setup, SCM, primary, key, and BCM. All right, now what's great about the Autel, which I'm going to show you, it's pretty much identical. You just follow these instructions and you go to the scanner and then you'll be able to do it. So he was like, oh Kurt, but why can't I just go on like Google and do it? And I was like, you can, but here are the dangers of doing it. I clicked this link right here, right? And it's very bland, okay? Very bland. How do I fix this code? All right, check for possible causes, visually inspect the related wiring harness connectors, check for damaged components. The OEM didn't have anything like this pertaining to our error code. And you can see this is like a B1001. There's a dash 45 and it doesn't have our specific error code number. So you could spend all day looking at this and you wouldn't have the right specifications on what to do. Okay, so this is my take on free information. All right, and you guys kind of know how I feel about it, even doing research on our tool. Free information, it's great because you get it for free. No one, you don't want to pay for anything, that's fine. And it's convenient. You can get it, on the scanner. You can click auto scan, and when you get the error code, you can click search. It'll pop in the DTC and the manufacturer on Google, and you can get it there. But it's not 100% accurate, and you waste a lot more time. You're gonna be watching videos, and it's all these different possibilities that's not catered to your specific VIN number. And this could be risky if you're doing programming. Just imagine the client left and said, hey, okay, you know, I got my money, and then the car is running worse than what it came before, and you don't know why it's doing that, you know? So that's my take on the free information. Okay, so this is the strategy we're going to do. We're going to program the BCM, configure the BCM by learning the restraint ID. And the reason why we need to do this is because after we program a module, the restraint ID stored in the BCM does not match the restraint ID that's stored in the BCM. Okay, by doing the learning procedure, it will match the restraint ID that's stored in the BCM and the SDM. All right, and then lastly, we're going to erase the error code. So we're going to pick up the scanner and we're going to do the configuration. All right, so I already knew what error code was going to be on here, and I told him, I said, look, try to erase it and watch what's going to pop up. So he erased it, and then we were going to read the code, and when he reads it, he sees it right there, the B1001-45. Okay, so the next step is to go to special functions, and we're going to look for the, what they call it, the setup SDM primary key in BCM. Once you select that and click next, that's all you got to do. You let it do its thing, and then you're going to get a confirmation. Okay, primary key numbers are now configured, procedure completed. Then we can go and read and erase the code. Okay, so the code's been erased, and we're going to go back and read to validate that that code is gone. And once we get confirmation, we can wrap this bad boy up. Job well done. So, in summary, this is what you need to make sure. First, you got to have all the right equipment. Don't Mickey Mouse it. Make sure you have the battery maintainer, the Windows 10 computer, the JBox, and the MaxiSys, whatever scan tool you're using. Second, try to avoid free repair information. Okay, free. It's as I said, it's convenient, but you really risk not completing a procedure because you don't have that VIN number specified instructions. Okay. Third, know the follow procedure before you start programming. Just imagine you finish programming and then, you know, the client calls you back because the car is running worse than it was. All right. By having this strategy beforehand, you'll know exactly what to do and how to tackle it. You're going to be really efficient. Okay. And then lastly, try to get a mentor for J2534 program. All right, as you can see, there's a lot of unforeseen situations that can happen, and like, you only learn through experience. No one can take that back. So if you have someone that's been there, it's just going to shorten up your learning curve. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and if you like to learn more about this tool, go to auteltech.co.za or auteltech.co and sign up for a consultation, and I'll be more than glad to assist you. Okay, with that, guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.